Alright, here we go, guys. A little bit of a continuation. Just getting started on yesterday. So here we've got the unit here from American. Okay. Parker unit. Again, brand new stuff. Nice. Got gaskets there. Nuts and studs here. Of course, your spline lubricant there. This is part of the controls that they have. Okay. And that's for the unit. So again, what we're about to do is we're going to put this on the ground with us. Hop under there. I've got my rags. Everything has drained overnight. So we're going to scrape off some of that old gasket material that you guys saw. Softly scrape off, feel. And then we're going to get this under there. Of course, like I said, get that cleaned up. Get the studs in there, kind of get this thing mocked up. And then we're going to go ahead and get the studs cinched through, like I said, and then we'll get this softly mounted. Get the pump up and mounted when we do the mock-up. And then we'll get this stuff kind of tightened in. We'll go from there. We'll just kind of work our way through it, man. So, back in a few. Okay, what's up, guys? Just real quick here, something that I noticed, and I want to point it out. So this kit comes with 6 actual bolts, 2 studs, and so if I feel around inside here, on top of the threaded holes for the plate, if I feel around it, all of these, this is going towards the rear of the truck, all of these have kind of a domed, capped head on them up inside the top of the transmission case here, except for these 2, which if you're looking at it, these 2 are the ones that are facing, you know, that drain runoff in the front of the truck here. So I wanted to point that out, and so probably what I'm going to do is, since I've got 2 studs, I'm going to put those 2 studs in these 2 spots, and then the other 6 I'll use the bolts. So just wanted to point that out. Alright, be back in a minute. Alright, so real quick, you guys can see that what I did was I went ahead and picked the PTO up and just kind of put it up to see what I'm looking like and what I've got space wise. And I changed what I just originally said. I'm not going to edit it out, I'll leave it in, but I just changed it. I was initially going to put the 2 studs here, one for this, and you know, the room wise, then because these 2 don't have the little domed caps on them. So I thought, hey, that'd be a great idea. Once putting the PTO up here on this, where this stud location is here, on this one here, there is a flange that sticks out where your pump is going to mate to, and I could probably get the nut up in there, but it's going to be really tight. So I opted to put the stud here instead. That way it just slides on, and I can, bolt. Putting the bolt on would be tight, not the nut. Actually, that's the reason for the stud. So that I can just slide it up and then just put the nut on it. That's going to be a whole lot easier. There's a lot more clearance than trying to put the full bolt in there and get it twisted up in there. This one, I decided to leave it here still, just because of this here. I don't want to try to fight with getting a bolt around this hump here. If you guys can see that difference in distance here versus here, there's nothing there. So I don't want to fight with trying to get a bolt back here This is okay because I've got room from the side, but I don't have a lot of room to get back here. It's making my hands are bigger. Some of you guys with smaller hands, you could probably just put your flanges here and here or wherever you want to do it, but I'm just at least telling you what I'm doing and the reason why I'm doing it, right? And again, this is my first time doing it. This is, not stuff that I know. I'm not a full-time mechanic or anything like that. Again, cars, trucks, motorcycles, yeah. I hadn't done anything with big trucks, so we're just kind of walking through it. And I actually looked on YouTube to find a video to help me out, and I didn't find one. We've got some big shops that are doing some stuff, and it's kind of just a pop-up. Hey, this is what we're doing. Boom, boom, boom. Little multimedia magic, and it's done. That doesn't help me, and I can understand those guys probably not wanting to show full installs because that's money for them. I'm not that guy, and I'm just in a situation where I needed a video to kind of at least give me a little bit of an understanding on how to put this thing together, or whether or not I even wanted to attempt it. Didn't find one, so here we are. Here I am. And that's it. So what I'm going to do to run these in, I don't have a stud runner or the tool. What I'm going to do is take the nut, do 2 nuts. I'm going to run one up to the stop point here on the stud, and then double nut it so that I don't mess up the threads. And then I'm just going to put my ratchet on there and then crank that down by hand till I get all of that Loctited area, the threaded part up in there to the stops. And then I'm going to actually go ahead and put the PTO up there and run the bolts in. Again, kind of loose. We're not going to crank them down. We're going to put them up kind of loose. I'll take a picture, a quick video of that. And then we're going to put the pump up there, or at least hold it up by hand, see where it goes, see what bolts I need to use for the bracket. And like I said, it's either, these two at the back of the case, or maybe these two here at the back of the case where the diff is. I don't know which one I'd rather mess with. Probably these, just because there's more bolts. I don't want to break a seal, nothing like that, nothing big. This got more bolts, so I'm just saying this. Again, I won't know until I get it up there, and then we'll see. And you guys will see kind of the same time I see, or just right before. Alright, it's enough talking. Let me get back to it. Bye.